By Behemoth's bulging muscles, it's happening! By his bristly hair, it's time to get excited! By his pointy horns, what the fuck am I doing? Either way, we have some juicy Behemoth loveliness to get stuck into. A whole entire hunt. So you need HR 16 in order to face him, and supposedly if you've not fully augmented your armor, you're gonna get and spread on Behemoth toast. That excites me. I mean, not being spread on toast. That's, look, I'm not gonna judge you if that's what you're. I mean, it's specific, and I mean, how would you even bring that up in a? Listen, baby, I need to tell you. If you could pretend to. That's not the point. Let's look at what Behemoth is doing. And it seems to be generally destroying everything before him. Like, they really went to town hyping up his difficulty. They're like, get your feline insurance, get your guts, just don't be one-shottable. And if that actually comes to pass, yeah, I am all over that. So the immediate thing you notice is that you fight him on normal Elder's Recess. He's also not a limited time event like Kulve, he's a permanent addition to the game, and he's just there chilling, waiting for battle like any old regular monster. Actually seeing him be fought in proper gameplay, he does look a little bit smaller. He looked a lot bigger in his profile pictures, so I'm kind of a little bit of disappointment now that we've had the first date, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta accept that and try and find the personality within. In this case, it's blazing inferno of hatred and death. So, still, look, Behemoth, I'll call you. So the fight then looks just. He is a physical powerhouse then, doing spins, slams, tail swipes, claws, smashes, all doing monstrous amounts of damage. But at the same time, he does move like he just got out of bed. Like he's, fine, I'll fight the hunters. And that seems to be his theme. Incredibly powerful, but manageable on a speed front. Which, honestly, is my favorite category of monster. You gotta stay super focused, smoothly dodge everything, while getting a lot of uptime to just hammer big numbers into him. Granted, I like them because it complements Greatsword, which is of course the best weapon. I mean, look, yeah, I know, every weapon is good, and you're free to like the wrong one. So, he then starts off very calm, relatively. He's still a hulking rage monster, and he gets a little bit mad and starts to glow. His enrage looks beautiful, his blood boiling, glowing through the skin, and this is when he starts busting out the fire. He also has access to lightning. He can shower lightning pillars in a huge storm pattern everywhere. It makes Kirin blush, it looks that threatening. He can also make the floor erupt with flame after a delay, so you gotta watch where you stood. He can target a hunter and make tracking pillars of flame consistently follow after them. He can summon meteors down that explode. Some of them leave rocks behind, which are very important and key to the fight. Also, it's very cute that the damage numbers are in Final Fantasy-esque format. I very much like that. You do get the feeling this collab really is one of love, and I can totally get behind it. One thing that is kind of okay is, given the absolute size of this lad, it looks a bit ungainly when he moves between zones. He kind of clips and slides past geometry. He looks like he's running in a manner that means he really needs the bathroom, and I'm not sure he quite works at this size just in the Elder's Recess. He seems kind of slow. But that said, he summons tornadoes as well. In fact, honestly, this is his theme tune.
Storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
And that's something that I can get behind. So, outside of all the fury he is bringing to bear, he can also erupt the ground in earthquakes of lava plumes, and really, the damage is insane. People are getting almost cleaved and one-shot left, right, and center. So that's the general overview, a delicate dance of death. But the big one then, his signature attack, a meteor to end. But the big one then is his little, Armageddon attack. It is zone-wide and will guaranteed one-shot you no matter what. A zone-wide guaranteed one-shot that you can only survive if you hide behind a small rock. But it's very cool. Normally you don't get such binary mechanics in Monster Hunter, but I think it works very well given that they are going for more a Final Fantasy, MMO-esque raid fight in Monster Hunter. And to that end, there's another new mechanic. There is aggro, threat, enmity. Whoever does the most damage to his head will have Behemoth's attention. You can actually have a tank and DPS in this fight. It's set up like an actual boss fight. How cool is that? So there's a little red line twixt Behemoth and the player with the most enmity, whoever's done the most to his face, and they will have Behemoth's main focus. There's still AoE moves, he can still choose the player and go, fuck you, and trap them in a lightning cage, which is just freaking amazing. But this means you Lancers, you can actually do something! No, I'm kidding. Lance is lovely. But you can bring a Guard 5 Lance with the mentality of, I am going to have Behemoth on me the entire fight. I'm going to block. I'm going to be a badass. You get behind him and stab him in the legs. Yeah? That is phenomenal. That's such a cool new dynamic to Monster Hunter. Ah! There is no single player variant. You're recommended multiplayer. You're recommended bring all the defensiveness you can muster. Prepare yourself. Apparently his armor, which is just badass, like freaking Dragoon armor. It's so cool. His armor is apparently covered in various types of affinity. They recommend that you bring wide range to keep your tank alive. So essentially you can do Behemoth as a wide range healer, a lance tank, and 2 DPS. A proper little dungeon encounter. And even the complete drop down once you kill him is Final Fantasy themed. He will eventually retreat to Nergigante's nest, where he will have a last stand, get extra hyper aggressive. He has a second phase to his background music, and as all Monster Hunter veterans know, any monster whose theme changes throughout the fight, that's how you know that shit just got real. So look for good things from Behemoth. He really is unique. And whether he's going to show up randomly in hunts or investigations, I mean, he's a permanent addition, so likely. Or maybe he's just a permanent event quest, but either way, or an optional, I guess would make more sense. But either way, he looks fucking glorious. And I cannot wait to get a piece of him, you sexy bastard. Alright guys, let me know what you think then about all of this. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.